আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL সকার নাইট। সৌজন্যে নীলাজ হোম লিমিটেড, প্রবাসে মায়ের হাতের ছোঁয়া।
Welcome back. It's the ILFL Soccer Night Show. Good evening. We've just been speaking about the Challenge Cup results that happened yesterday. Listen, by the way, if we didn't speak about you, well done to all of you that won your games yesterday. Looking forward to see who you get in the next round. There's going to be some meaty ties in the next round of that one. But we're going to look forward to the bread and butter now that's happening this weekend. That is the Prem First and Second Division League games that will be taking place this Sunday. And we're going to start with the Premier Division. The Premier Division, sponsored by Sarwar & Co. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for sponsoring what is the cream of the ILFL League. There are 6 teams taking part in 3 fixtures. This is who they are. Bromley will take on West End. London Tigers will take on Beaumont. More discussion there, no doubt. And Sire versus Ireland. Let's just talk about them in a little bit more detail, as we're going to do with all of the teams. Bromley versus West End. Top 2 in the Prem so far.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. Both of these teams, you know, they're looking for the title, and I can't see any clear winners. Really and truly, it's really difficult to see.
Do West End have what it takes to take on this Premier Division scalps and claim another one? Bromley are a strong side.
Both teams have that capability, definitely. I mean, you can't take that away from them. Absolutely sure. I mean, it's going to be tough. I think the only team that is going to win is Tigers. I have to say, they might be the winners. If Bromley and West End...
Dave, I've got to disagree.
Come on, Beaumont, you got them this week.
Forget London Tigers and Beaumont. You talk about West End and Bromley. For me, at the moment in time, Bromley are top of the league. This Sunday, when Bromley play West End, the 2 teams are on form, which is Stepney and West End. Bromley have to beat West End to show, do they have the capabilities? Are they good enough? Can they win the championship?
Absolutely.
If they can beat West End, then I'll say, you know what, Bromley, rightly deserve to be in the top of the league and you got a chance. If they don't, that as predicted, West End and Stepney are the 2 teams on form and the strongest at the moment. Not even London Tigers are playing that good. Yes, they've got results and they've got history, but based on the form the last 5 weeks and the games I've seen, they're not the best team.
Are Tigers basing their season on how they base their games? You know what Tigers are like. You know how many times we said it up here. Tigers slow to start, slow and steady, and then once things progress, then they'll come good.
Yes, they still are one of the potential teams that can make a difference for the title itself, but they haven't hit full gears yet. Yes, they got new management. Yes, they got new players, and they're trying to get used to the system they're playing. But at the moment of time, based on the results in the last 4 weeks, West End and Stepney are miles away, miles ahead in terms of quality, in terms of performance, in terms of desires.
And Beaumont have to hit back this Sunday. 2 defeats in a row won't be good for them.
Beaumont, Bromley, they can do better. They should be doing better based on the performance, and the results hasn't reflected that. Yes, Bromley are on top of the league, but we'll see on Sunday. Beaumont today, this Sunday, need to show they mean business. Getting out of the cup was not a good result. So hopefully they'll have something to fight for, a bit of respect for this coming Sunday.
Sire against Ireland, 2 teams struggling for points. Who's going to come out on top?
Purely based on hard work, I think Sire will get the result because I like the preparation, I like the hard work, determination, give 100% every Sunday, and that I think will get them the result.
You going to say something, Sir?
No, they won the cup yesterday, so it should be a confidence boost for them.
We'd like to think so. Sometimes with Ireland, I just feel like you never know which team's going to turn up with Ireland. If they turn up all guns blazing, they're good competition for anyone. So we'll see. On to the First Division now anyway. And you're back on, sir. Bromley Juniors will take on Bow. Burdett will take on Stepney B. And Reach Out will be looking to take another scalp in a resurgent St Catherine's side, who seems to be putting together some good performances, and let's see if they can stop the Reach Out bandwagon. Bromley Juniors against Bow. Come on, now it's time to put those things together. You've heard us say it. You've heard me say it. You heard all of us say it right here on this show over the last few weeks. What happened to the Bromley Juniors of last season, the season before? I hear what you're saying, and let me try and back you up here. I hear what you're saying about youngsters coming through, they need to gel, it's a learning curve. 2-3 games in, you've learnt a lot, and now you've really got to start hitting the ground, and sometimes it's not about the result, it's about the performance. So is the performance there yet?
I think every team in the league, higher or lower, should be looking at Bromley and thinking, we want to be like them, because we're giving our youth a chance. We're giving our youth a chance to play in different positions, different areas. We're giving them a chance to succeeding, not just 11 aside, but in terms of football. Like for me, example for me, I'm here doing a talk show. Wouldn't have ever thought about it a year ago. So that's what, football has done. Not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. So in a way, I think every team should be looking at Bromley and thinking, we want to follow their managerial style. So that's what Shaquille has brought to them.
You know what, I think this week is a must-win game for juniors. It's a derby. Every time, if there's a derby, I always look forward to it. Always have sleepless nights thinking about the game, nervous, having the butterflies inside. It's always look forward to a derby game. And this one, I'm going to make sure that the youngsters are ready for this game.
Why don't you put your
And
neck on
it's
the
a
line,
6-pointer.
predict the result. What's the score like going to be?
I would like to see Bromley Juniors win 3-1. It'll be a tough game, but Bow are not a walkover team. They're a good side, Bow.
Not too convinced. Bow are a good side.
A good side.
As you mentioned, there's been some changes in the Bromley Juniors team.
There's been huge changes.
Results are still to show. So I think it's still got a long way. And what you said about, you should be looking at the Bromley Juniors team where they've done the restructuring. Some of the other teams have done this.
As I said before,
in the previous seasons, and they really do struggle early on. But it does show at the end of the season. But what you have to be careful is that don't leave it too late. If you don't see any results sooner rather than later, then you're asking for trouble.
We've got to look at the first half of the yesterday game against Step McGee. We played really well to keep them 0-0 in the first half. I know we were out in the second half, but first half, Step McGee, we played really well. I think we did.
Well, then that's something to push on from. And if you can say for 45 minutes you held a Premier Division side and and held your own, that's got to be a platform to push on for this week then.
It'd be eye-opener for the youngsters. I even told them after the game, look guys, these are Premiership team. We're 0-0 half-time. Great start so far, but it's the confidence, and I think confidence can take you high up. It can take you to climb 9, and I think that with that confidence we can try and push on a bit.
Well, let's hope that the confidence is there.
And confidence is what we're trying to learn at the moment.
I think you've got it. I think you've got it. Like we've just said, if you've just done 45 minutes against a Premier Division team and held them 0-0, look at that. Forget your 5-0 that's gone. Look at the 0-0 that you got at half-time. Push on, and I'm looking forward to talking about a good result against Bowling now. All right, next week. Burdett take on Stepney B. Reach Out take on St Catherine's. It's a Reach Out juggernaut in that division as far as I'm concerned. In the second division, Beaumont Youth travel to take on Al Mizan. A game, I'm a little bit betwixt and between with this game because Al Mizan, good start, and the wheels have slightly fallen off a little bit. Another poor result now in the cup against the resurgent Beaumont Youth. So where's this one going?
For me, Beaumont Youth, the Shakir and the boys are doing a fabulous job. Obviously, it's the first season. I think it was about just to get experience, but because of results being quite positive week in, week out, I think now the expectation's there. So the manager will put down the players and let's see what they can do. Al-Mizan, again, yes, as you said, as a topsy-turvy team. I've seen them on 2 occasions. One week they're brilliant, the next week they're all over the place. So it depends on the day which team turns up. It'll be hopefully an even game or contested game, at least.
I want to move to the game at the bottom of that caption there, which is West End Reserve against Robin Hood Tigers. Again, 2 teams I think are there neck and neck in terms of performance. No.
I think Robin Hood showing something that the league hasn't seen before with 6 midfielders. How do you go past that wall? West End Reserve, they do have that capability, I think, to go past that wall, and I reckon, Robin Hood is going to have some issues here. Most definitely, because you're up against a tougher team. You're not talking about just. It's
a big game.
Team.
If West End beat this, they do close the gap between them and Tigers at the top, and it just kind of makes Tigers wobble, don't you think?
I think what it is with Robin Tigers, I've seen 2 of the games. Physically, they're very strong. They've got the height, and a few of the players are very skillful. The 3 midfielders who I saw them play, they totally dominated. So they'll be a force to actually stop in that league because I think they're the favourites, and obviously the league results show that they're top of the league unbeaten as well.
Again, 4 other new teams that came into the league this season. Redcoat, Tower Hamlets B, Riverside and St Catherine's. Still not quite put their markers down as to where they're going with those 4 teams. Redcoat versus Tower Hamlets B. Are we liking the look of Tower Hamlets, the B team of Tower Hamlets?
They have put some good results so far recently. Like I said earlier, confidence can take you anywhere, and if they continue doing that, I think they'll be a.
The key thing with tablets is they've added a lot of new faces in the recent weeks, and I think that will give them the extra edge compared to the other teams. So I think that quality Nurul's added on to the tablets B, I think will show in the next few weeks, which they didn't have the first couple of weeks. So hopefully, they'll be one of the strong contenders for the Division 2.
Riverside are struggling. Only one win in 4 and only 6 goals out of 4 games. That's a poor return if they want to do anything in the second division. St Catherine's under 21. We know they took some heavy defeats earlier, but they're on the up. Things are like have gelled, it seems, a little bit.
Instead of being just heading south, they're not heading north, but they're kind of heading
Staying
sideways.
Going east.
But it's still a bit like a yo-yo, you know, but not like your really highs and really lows. But eventually they will get there. I mean, I was there watching, under 21s play, yesterday, and some resilience, a lot of good players, a lot of good skills, but the team's not actually gelling. Every week there's different players coming in, and the manager's just signing new players, trying to find the right method, the right tactic, the right players, and it's just going on for too long. At some point they have to start benchmarking and say, right, this is the cut-off, and there's going to be no dress rehearsals anymore. We're just going to go with that team. And before they do that, I don't think they're going to see any results.
I think what you have to realise, like St Catherine's under 21, Riverside and Redcoat, it's the first season. We saw with Stepney B when they first came last season, first half of the season, they couldn't get a win to save their life. Yeah. But come the end of the season, once they got used to the league, used to the system, used to the playing with certain teams at a certain level, they pulled off the results. So hopefully these 3 teams, it's good for them to be in the league itself, to experience what it's like on a Sunday morning or Saturday afternoon.
But this was the question I asked. This was the question I asked on that side, and I ask it here again in general. At this stage of the season, is it about performance or is it about results? There comes a point where it's about the performance. Can you perform despite losing? At what point does it cut off and say, now we need to get results? Because the league can very quickly run away with you.
It can. I think for motivation purposes, I think within 3-4 weeks, you don't get a result. It plays in your mind. Players start thinking, oh, well, we're not going to win a game. Demotivates them. They lack the desire to turn up, trade, or think about negative thoughts come to their head. So I think within 3-4 weeks now, every team should get a win under the belt to give them the opportunity to say, yes, we can play, we can win, and performance will come once we all get together and start
when
playing.
you look in the second division, only Tigers, 4 games, 12 points, doing what they ask. Anybody else, even right down to Riverside, if Riverside get a result, it just tightens up everything around
Riverside and Redcoat are a good team. I've seen them in the summer. It's just winter is a totally different kettle of fish altogether. And I think it's just for them getting used to the idea of playing a Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. It's that experience which they're lacking, and hopefully that'll come in a few weeks' time.
There it is. Your fixtures in detail coming up this Sunday. If we're dissecting you a little bit too hard, hey, listen, let us know. We'd be happy to have you here on the stage with us to talk about you, your team, your club, your direction, your performances, and your results. So if you're interested, get in touch. And like I said, we'll have you here and we'll talk to you just like how we're talking to Bromley Juniors. Maybe we'll be a little bit nicer, maybe a little bit. Listen, in the last section of the show, we've got a cup draw. We've got that. These guys on my right are going to pull out the names out of the hat for the cup. Nanu and Rush are going to stick around to make sure that everything is valid and proven for you. We're going to talk about the Vets League to come as well. Nanu's here for that. We're going to take a break and we'll be back in the 3rd section for the ILFL Soccer Night show. We'll be back.
আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL সকার নাইট। সৌজন্যে নীলাজ হোম লিমিটেড, প্রবাসে মায়ের হাতের ছোঁয়া।